Benefits. Britain is obsessed.
That well-worn path from the school gate down to the job centre and onto a life on benefits, that has to be rubbed away.
Handing out money to people who don't work has always had its critics. And now the war on welfare is well and truly on.
We need reform to save money. We've already capped benefits at 26,000.
But instead of cutting people's benefits, what if we did the opposite?
What is it? Delivery for you.
And gave them more money.
Excuse me, what is it?
Much more money.
Oh, yeah.
How much is this? I don't know.
£26,000, the current maximum annual benefits payout for most families in one lump sum.
More than we've ever dreamed of. I've never seen so much.
Similar examples of this bold experiment have worked in other countries, but will it work over here? To find out, 3 families are being given a life-changing windfall in return for signing off benefits.
All we need is somebody to give us a chance in life.
This lump sum could turn their lives around.
I've never been on a holiday.
Will they blow the cash?
600 for PlayStation 4.
More bills.
Struggle to run their own lives?
How much? £960 a year.
And prove the sceptics right? Or invest wisely?
I've never worked this hard in my life.
Stand on their own 2 feet?
I'm out to make money for my kids, and that's the way it is.
And build a better future for their family.
Opportunities like this just don't happen to us.
This experiment is a UK first. Hundreds of families on benefits who want to change their lives forever have come forward to take part. If selected, they will receive £26,000, the equivalent of the UK benefits cap for most families.
We were on food parcels, we had to get the kids' Christmas presents from the Salvation Army. We really struggled.
It's just embarrassing being on benefits, it's degrading.
I'm not a scrounger, but that's what we are classed as, a scrounger.
Once we get it, it goes in the hand, no, honestly, and like the saying, one in one hand, out the other.
Me and my partner haven't even been out for a proper drink for, God, it must be 4 or 5 years.
This ambitious project will be overseen by 3 experts.
Hello, how you doing? All right, good to meet you.
Welfare expert Lee Healy is the founder of Income Max, a company that helps people get out of financial difficulty. Psychologist Honey Lancaster-James works with individuals and organisations to achieve their career goals. And from the University of London, Professor Guy Standing runs similar life-changing social experiments around the world.
I think this is probably one of the most interesting kind of social experiments I've seen in a long time. We're taking families who actually have been living on benefits and have been dependent and having this kind of drip income, really, that they couldn't see any way of ever getting out of. And what we're doing is we're saying, here is a lump sum, go and change your life, make something of yourself.
The cynics would say that they would just blow all the money. And they may make mistakes, and they may blow part of it, but I think we should have trust in people to learn how to be in control of their lives.
After the initial selection process, the families have been narrowed down to a shortlist before the final 3 are selected.
Back home! What? God, what in that fridge?
Look at it.
Jesus Christ, let's put something in there.
51-year-old Tony lives with his long-term fiancée Diane and 21-year-old son Michael.
Freezer, look at the freezer. We
Can't
nearly
live
out on the freezer as well.
Peas, can you?
The family has been on and off benefits their entire adult life.
Yeah.
When you're working, you know, you feel somebody, you feel so much taller than everybody else. You can get it all filled up now again, that's the main thing. Where on the dole, you feel like worthless.
The family lives in Kingston upon Hull, one of the most deprived areas in the country, with a higher than average rate of unemployment.
Oh, here they are. We get £200 odd a fortnight now, and out of that £200 odd a fortnight, you're having to pay your council tax, your gas, your electric, your water rates, your food for 2 weeks. It's impossible.
Tony and Diane's reliance on the state has trapped them into a life few would choose to live.
This is what we have to put up with every day. When we got a new bath, they didn't put the tiles back. I asked them to put a new system in because it was leaking. Leaking. The damp's still there now, as you can see. We have to sort of like compromise. The last couple of weeks, we've had egg, chips and peas quite a few times, you know. Life in 2015 shouldn't be like that. So look what you got today.
Right.
Tony and Diane regularly apply for jobs online.
I've had interviews, but they haven't offered me the jobs. Sometimes you think, is it because of my appearance? And that's sometimes how I feel. I can't afford to go and have an haircut, go and have a dye on my hair and get nice clothes. You know, and then you look and you think, well, are they seeing me like that? Is everybody seeing me like that?
Every day is more or less the same. We've got into sort of like a rut. You're sort of like so depressed that you don't even feel like getting out of bed. You just give up on life.
If Tony and Diane are one of the 3 families selected to receive the £26,000 windfall, they have firm plans for their new life.
My main dream is to be a second-hand dealer. Obviously, it's a dream far away. But we've never had that opportunity to have that dream.
I really like this bloke. And this couple strike you as they've had all the rough deals over the years, and a break that could come their way with something like this could be transformative.
Would anyone begrudge Tony getting a lump sum handout to try and transform his life?
I think what's really struck me the most is here's a family who are living on £6,000 a year, being drip fed to them in tiny, tiny amounts by the state. How could anybody get out of that? That is the classic example of the benefit trap, where they are literally living hand to mouth on a weekly basis.
This is the first time an experiment of this kind has ever been attempted in the UK. But Professor Standing has been involved with trials in other parts of the world, where no strings attached cash payments have changed lives.
These unconditional cash transfers led to significant improvements in attitudes, in people's sense of confidence, people's sense of outgoing, and I think that is exciting itself. It is really what it should be all about, making people feel, yeah, you have a chance and you can make something.
4 months ago, the search for the families to take part in this experiment began.
May!
Let's put the kettle on. You want a cup of tea yet? I'll have a coffee.
Now, unbeknownst to Tony and Diane, £26,000 in cash is on the way to their home.
Hello?
Delivery for you.
What is it? Excuse me, what is it?
What is it?
Maybe a bomb.
Oh, God.
Wow, yeah. Oh, brilliant.
I've never seen so much money in my life.
Wow, what?
I've never ever seen so much. Oh.
There you go.
Tony and Diane are the first people to receive the 26 grand. Like thousands of other middle-aged unemployed couples, they've spent years surviving solely on benefits.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant.
You've never seen so much money in your life, have you?
More than we've ever dreamed of. I've never seen so much.
Wow. To see someone like that is just absolutely unbelievable, to be honest with you. Eh?
Yeah. It changes things now. I'd say it changes things rapidly.
It's like winning the lottery anyway, put it that way. It's just sort of like got 7 numbers up on the lottery.
It is like winning the lottery.
Coming up, Another family receives £26,000
Wow, look at that.
in cash.
Opportunities like this just don't happen to us.
And Tony, Diane and Michael start spending.
How much would you like
600
for PlayStation 4?
Three families have been selected to take part in a unique social experiment to help them get off benefits for good. They will each receive £26,000, the current UK benefits cap for most families.
There's that many things running through, it's just... I don't think it's sort of like sunk in so much yet as it should have done, to be honest with you. It's, I'm just so happy for Diane and Michael, and you know, we can progress a little bit.
Tony, Diane and their son Michael from Hull are the first family to have received the cash.
Plans for an year is to have a nice feature wall going from there and through, as if like it's at a drop through. I'm not too sure on the colour what I might want to do it yet, but I know I'm going to put that. The only wallpaper that's going to go on here is on the top wall and the bottom wall. I can get the things for the living room, and I can get the things for the hallway, and then I can get the things for the kitchen, and know that once I finish one room I can start on another room, and then I can start on another room. And I feel like proud now as well, because I know that it's all going to get done.
Don't look back.
No, don't look back. I'm not looking back.
Before Diane can start spending, they all have to carry out their part of the deal, to sign off benefits and hand in their job centre work plans.
These are going to be handed into the job centre.
These are going straight back to the job centre today.
And we're going to come out empty-handed with a weight off our shoulders.
And a different dimension in life.
For the first time ever, Tony and Diane will be in charge of their own finances. They will now have to learn how to budget for rent and all the bills which are normally paid for by the state.
This is a risk. They're giving up one way of life, and for a short-term windfall, they're saying, give us this chance, give us a step up, and we'll do something with it.
All together, all together. To be quite honest, I thought I was going to be standing until I retired, but now it feels so much better, and I've gone in there, handed a bucket, and it's just, and like I say, we just didn't think this day would ever come, and it has, and it's absolutely fantastic.
We're all going to give it 100%.
Definitely.
That we will not going back into that place ever again.
Yeah.
I'd never want to go back.
You get that kettle on there, that's big thing.
I will. Go and get
Put all
us
the celebrations out.
nice cup of tea now.
Michael, let's have your grafting.
In the search for families to be given a once-in-a-lifetime chance to get off benefits, a large family from Liverpool applied to be part of the experiment.
This is G. He's 9 years old. This is Chloe. She's 7 years old. This is Ellie Mae Gavin. She's 3. And this is Robbie. He's... how old is he? He's 8. Forget the name sometimes too.
Scott and Leanne live in Kirby with their 4 children.
Go!
Their family life is entirely funded by benefits.
It's not nice knowing that you're on benefits. You feel like you're scrounging, and I don't want to feel like I'm scrounging. I want to pay my way. I want to show my kids that that's how you get the best out of life.
Keep going, pull it out, all the way out.
After leaving school, 31-year-old Scott qualified as an electrician and was in regular employment.
What means?
But 5 years ago, he had to give it all up when he and his wife Leanne needed to care for their son, Robert.
Okay, do you want to jump on this for me? He's diagnosed with global developmental delay, which basically means he's a few years behind his actual age. Now they're saying he might be ADHD, but we're still waiting to get the full diagnosis for autism. His aggression is constant. I've been hitting the air with cups before and golf clubs, and so he has no sense of danger at all, so he wouldn't think nothing about running off across the road without looking. In his brain, he's still 3 years old, he doesn't understand it. So it's hard, but I wouldn't change him for the world.
Scott and Leanne don't know that they're also in line for the money. But their pitch to the experiment is to run a party business that will allow them to work from home and still be able to care for Robert.
The type of business I'm looking at doing is reptile shows, educational shows for schools and colleges. I'd also go out to parties and do shows as well. Watch you don't drop them, remember how to hold them. I know for a fact it'll work, and I can guarantee I'm the type of person that'll turn $1 into $1 million.
What do you say when people ask you what mum and dad do?
They're a good mum and dad, and
So if we had our own business, would you be more proud of what I've done?
really.
Did you tell everyone?
Yeah.
I like Scott. I think he's a genuine person. And actually, I think he's got a good idea of the fact that he wants to take control of his circumstances by going into business.
I loved his business idea, you know, going out and sort of doing what he loves, working with the reptiles and things in children's parties. I would have booked that kind of party,
Yeah,
you know, a
definitely.
few years
Snakes
ago.
around our neck.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think that's great.
Rob, shout your mum for a towel. Just softens the skin up, the shed skin, so you can get it off a bit easier.
Get in.
It's just some man with a ginger beard.
Dinner.
Thank you.
Who's that?
Who was it?
Delivery.
A delivery?
Yeah.
Off who?
Just some man at the door.
Just some man at the door.
A briefcase on the skin. Oh my god.
Wow.
Scott and Leanne are the second family to receive the £26,000 handout and begin the experiment.
Bring it back.
How much is this?
I don't know. Count it.
£1, £2, £3, £4.
I feel I'm gonna cry. Opportunities like this just don't happen to us. I can afford to buy waterproof mascara now.
Oh my god, I can buy a Segway!
Are we happy?
I can get up and go to work. Yeah. Speechless.
This is going to change our lives now for the better.
This is a massive lifestyle change.
So from now on, it's direct to Scott, okay?
And we shouldn't underestimate how difficult it might be to adjust to those changes. So as well as the fact that there are going to be some good times, there are going to be some tough times too, and some major challenges and hurdles to overcome.
Told you I'll get me business in the end, and I said one way or other I'll get it.
48 hours after getting the cash, Tony and Diane have spent £240.
Yesterday, we just nipped into town. We generally buy the £1 deodorants and things like that. It was nice to buy a Lynx for once. And I bought Diane a couple of Doves and things like that. And she smells lovely this morning. It's nice to just smell nice.
Oh,
and
so I
just,
didn't smell nice
just
before.
feel great, you know. It's just, I usually say there's 3 brackets. There's a poor bracket, there's a medium bracket, and there's a rich bracket. We've come from the poor bracket to sort of like onto the rich bracket within a couple of days. And sort of like, we're thinking, yes, go, you know, like everybody else, we've won the lottery type of thing and go spend and spend.
And with over £25,000 in the bank, the spending isn't stopping there.
What we're going to do is sort of like get you your PlayStation 4 today for you. So how much would you like?
About 600 or 500.
For PlayStation 4?
No, it's only, it's, I think it's to get some games with it.
Well, no, you'll get a game with your PlayStation 4.
So how much did it say online? How much would your PlayStation cost, if you don't mind me asking?
Some of them said they're around £325 and some of them was like
£325. So I'll tell you what, today then, I'll give you £400. Is that right? There's your treat.
Thank you.
Like I said, get a couple of receipts and bring all the receipts back. Say thank you to your mum and give her a hug before you just disappear.
Thanks, Mum.
There you go.
A lump sum of this amount can easily light up lights and lead you to want to take big risks and change completely.
In a bit.
If they make the decision to splurge it, it's their decision.
I'd just like to cancel my income support.
In Liverpool, Scott and Leanne are signing off for the first time in 5 years.
Well done. 350 quid a week, I've just cancelled. 500 quid a week.
It's just mad. What's going on? It's crazy.
No more benefits.
You're gonna have to like budget for the rent and the council tax and
No, this is
all the bills now.
This is one thing that's worrying me now, because for the last, 7-8 years, we haven't had to worry about anything like that. And we're going to have to make sure it's paid. You can deal with all that.
Why put it on me? You do it. No, but we can do it together.
I think it is scary though, definitely.
Wow! Oh, Mike. Are we going to ever see you or what? What you got planned?
And PlayStation TV.
What?
21-year-old Michael has just spent more than £350 on a PlayStation and games.
I just can't believe how much the games are.
Wow.
£39.99 just for a game.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is cold. That money could have gone to something else, either in the house or towards what we want to build things on.
Yeah. We could have got that down the line, really, but it was one of his big things, and we did promise him it at the end of the day.
But, you know, it's done now, but when you actually see it there in front of you and you see that amount of money just spent, it's like...
Yeah.
You know?
Coming up...
12-foot snakes, 6-foot lizards.
Scott gets cracking on his business.
It's only you who buy a raccoon.
And a third family gets their hands on £26,000. It's 4 days since Scott and Leanne received a no-strings-attached £26,000 to help them build a new life off benefits.
I could do with some giant millipedes, maybe some giant snails and some giant Madagascan cockroaches, 12-foot snakes, 6-foot lizards and a nice iguana.
Scott is ploughing ahead with his kids' party business. So far, he's spent over £500.
He's planning on doing reptile shows and mammal shows.
Getting an eagle owl and maybe a barn owl or something.
And bird shows and bird of prey shows.
Even get maybe a cage in here for a monkey or two.
What's Daddy building?
A den.
A den, what for?
For the monkeys.
Is it a monkey, is it? Well, he didn't tell me it was a monkey. Scott! What's this about monkeys?
I haven't said anything about monkeys. He said monkeys.
I'm just going to knock it out with it in a minute.
Scott might have hesitated over the monkey, but not a £460 raccoon.
I just can't see how anyone's just going to go, oh, I know, let's invite a raccoon to my birthday party.
No. Do you invite Peppa Pig?
Yeah, but kids love Peppa Pig. Looks cute. We'll see when it gets here if it acts cute or not. Gonna have to rein him in on the money a bit because he'll just spend it on whatever animal he can get his hands on, probably. A raccoon. Who buys a raccoon?
Maybe after Christmas, get a skunk or a quatty.
Get a what?
Skunk.
Don't think so.
You need stuff like this, Leanne?
No.
We could do a magic trick, yeah, lie down and see if I can cut you in half. Come
Of the 18.7 million families in the UK, approximately 2 million are single parents, and more than 1 in 3 of those are out of work.
Annie, Jack, James, you up?
33-year-old Rachel is mum to 15-year-old twins Jack and James and 8-year-old daughter Annie.
I haven't been a positive role model, being on benefits. Bye. I was going to college to go to work to earn a living, and then I got pregnant and I ended up on benefits. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum. Not because I was lazy and didn't want to go out. It was the fact of, like, I had no one to man the kids.
Rachel hasn't worked for 15 years.
1, 2, 3, 4, how many is it? 6, 200, some more. When I had Annie, I hit a low point where I had anxiety and depression. I had low days, like, where I didn't want to go out. So you could do one more row, look, or you could have that. Benefits just make you get by, survive. You're just surviving. I get by, yeah. A little help with my friends.
All right, man. Rachel's best friend is her next-door neighbour, Mary.
She is hysterical. You never met no one like Mary. Well, you know, real name's obviously not Mary, but we call her Margaret, Mary, Betty.
I don't know exactly what it was, but I just remember going to doctors and just saying, I can't feel like this no more. Didn't want to go out today.
No.
It's just all
sitting in pyjamas with a big scruffy hairdo.
Yeah, back home dead. Yeah. You have been a dead good support for me. I don't think I'd have been able to do anything without you, like, to be honest with you. So that's a good thing. Do you want a blue Peter badge for that?
Aye.
Do you want that blue Peter badge?
If Mum was to get a lot of money, I'd be really proud and I would be able to go on a holiday. I've never been on a holiday.
I want it so much because I want to be able to turn that money into something. I want to give my kids a better life. The last thing I want to happen is my kids be on benefits. Like me.
She's probably been ready for quite a long time now to actually get the support that she needs to get back into work. And I do think she's ready.
This experiment is actually saying, here's your chance, and see if you can take it. She's a very interesting case for this unconditional aid.
The third and final £26,000 handout has just arrived at Rachel's house.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Mary, you need to come in here.
Oh my God. Cheers!
Rachel's doing the money! What are you doing? I'm probably sweating.
What was it?
I've got a temperature.
I think I have.
Can I open it? I will open it.
Open it.
What's all that?
This is an opportunity for us to make things better.
1, 20, 30, 40! Oh,
What do you think, Jack?
Can we buy a giraffe?
A giraffe? Are you having a giraffe?
Rachel is a lone parent. There are issues around childcare, around how she actually moves into work and makes it pay. And obviously, if you've never worked, it can be really, really difficult.
I've been given this opportunity. I'm just shocked. So I'm a bit shaky, like.
It's a massive lifestyle change. It's a massive culture change. That's going to take quite a big effort for someone that's not been used to doing that.
Can we go to holiday now?
Wow, Steve, let's open old cans, mate, and... Oh, Diane, let me just forgot your wine.
Over in Hull, Tony and Diane have spent more than £600 in 3 days. And they're treating Diane's brother, Steve, to a Sunday roast.
It tastes really
What are you
nice.
thinking of doing now then?
Well,
What are the plans out?
we have, yeah. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of plans. We've got plans of hopefully getting a business of our own.
Oh, excellent.
Like a second-hand shop.
And do removals, and from the stuff what we do get removals, because people say, oh, do you want that, or do you want this? then we'll put it into the shop and sell it as cheap as possible for people who can't afford them type of things.
Or can't get credits or things like that.
Yeah, and offload it to them very cheap.
Yeah.
And they're going to tell their friends that they've had a nice cup of tea and a nice cup of coffee with a nice friendly second-hand shop guy there. They're going to tell their friends, and they're going to tell their friends, and surely it can only snowball. One of the most important things on my mind at the moment is the premises. So that's one thing I've got to go out there and look for, is a really suitable premises. You know, it's not just going to be all talk, it's going to be actually delivered.
Yeah.
I must admit, Diane, this thing is absolutely gorgeous.
And what about a beer? You know, what about a beer as well?
And I'm just so happy. I'm just really, 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 really happy.
Really good. My plan will succeed. I know it will. It's got so many, there's so many pluses that will outweigh the displuses. That's why I've chose my second-hand business. So I know it's the way forward.
What does that say? Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely.
John, have you seen all these ones?
Back in Liverpool, it's single mum Rachel's first night out with £26,000.
We're celebrating my future. That's what we're doing. Mel, what do you want? WKD or something?
Has something yet?
No.
No?
I'm still jelly-legged.
How do you feel? I still feel a bit jelly-legged.
Still feel a bit sick.
No one is happier for Rachel than her mum.
I mean, you've got to do good now.
I know, I've got to do good.
Can come out of this now again. And he deserved it, she deserved it.
Susan, yeah, definitely.
She has struggled and she deserves a little bit of happiness in her life. She's a good mum. She's a good kid.
It's been one crazy day today, people, don't you reckon? Because I do. This is my little treat to you all for being me mates and me bezies. Here's to the future.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Well, all I can say is you're footing this bill.
I hope you all can run. That's £2.70.
Just paid there. That's what you get a fortnight to live on.
More than what I get. It is. The reality has not sunk in yet, no. No, but I am looking forward to it. And I'm gonna smash it.
Hello, I'm just ringing up. I've spotted one of your properties on Google and what have you, so I was just wondering if I could inquire about it. It says £100 per week.
Tony and Diane have spent their first week off benefits treating themselves. Now they're getting down to business. And Tony has found an empty shop to rent.
Is it still available? Oh, brilliant. Is there any chance that we could view it? 12:30? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Thank you very much, Paula. Bye-bye. Yes, it's available, yes. Now? Oh, all right. Oh, yes. Oh, I could dance.
Oh, brilliant. No, I can say, we did it, baby.
We did it, baby. I would have thought that a week ago that we would come off the dole and have plans so simple like this and so, you know, to move forward in life. I never thought that. Diane never thought that. We ain't gone into this sort of like blindfolded. We watch Bargain and all that lot on TV, things to sell in the attic, things like that. So we've been watching that for the last 10 years. You know, it's a thing that I am good at. This money is making life a lot easier. A lot easier. I don't think you know how much really it really is.
Coming up, things are on the up for Scott and Leanne. And reality bites for wannabe shopkeepers Tony and Diane.
It's £100 a week. You'll be signing into a lease, which is a 3-year lease.
Right.
week ago, 3 families were each given £26,000 to build a new life off benefits. In Hull, Tony and Diane are off to view premises for their new business.
Hello! Look at this! Eh? Look at this!
I know.
A new boy! A new man in town! Eh? First impressions always count, as I always say. This could be our biggest break.
We've always wanted to do something like this, so and now
is our chance.
Yeah.
Let's don't blow it. That's the only thing. Key away safe?
Yeah. The shop's going to be ours, but obviously it's going to be rented. But if then later on in time, if it does take off, then we can maybe think about maybe buying a shop where it's going to be our own.
If I see a profit in this shop today, we will take it. Hello, Dina.
Hi there, you okay?
It's nice to meet you.
So you're looking at setting up a business then?
We certainly are.
Yeah. So have you looked at this unit before or not?
No, this is our first time. And
Yeah.
we've seen it on the internet.
Have you? Yeah. Do you think this is going to be big enough because you're doing second-hand furnishing, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to just come through and have a look. It's £100 a week, and the lease, you'll be signing into a lease, which is a 3-year lease.
Right.
You would need to get really a lawyer to look at that for you. There's a year get-out clause. Now, I don't know if you understand what that means. Basically, you're tied in for 12 months.
Right.
We do credit checks and things.
Yeah.
Are you a homeowner?
No, we're a council.
Okay, so we'd need a guarantor from you. So that's basically somebody that will pay your rent should you fail to make rent payments.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
So is there anything else you need to ask me, or is there anything you're not sure of?
Not just right now. Well,
Yeah.
just sinking in everything at the moment.
I mean, this is available and it's ready to go. Everybody's into second-hand stuff now, like all this shabby chic and things.
Yes,
So is that what you're going to do, some shabby chic?
A lot of people haven't got a lot of money this day and age, you see. So you know they're going for second-hand stuff more than ever before.
Yeah.
Thank
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you very much.
Right. Nice to meet you next time as well. You're welcome.
Yeah. There you go. Bye bye.
Gentlemen as well.
Oh yes. So one of the best.
All right, thanks. Bye now.
Go in here. I'm still excited about it, but it's just obviously when we heard about the lawyer's fees, the guarantor.
I was expecting one or two sort of like things that we didn't know about, because obviously we're going into a thing that we didn't know about. That is our very first we view any property in our lives. So there was going to be one or two things that we didn't know about.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still excited about it. It's adventure and that.
In the meantime...
We'll get the van anyway.
In the meantime, we can be getting the van. So that if we do say yes, we can start.
Yeah.
A bit faster than we are doing now.
So that's...
You ready?
Where we're heading to. I haven't finished my cup of tea yet.
No.
Single parent Rachel is off benefits for the first time in 15 years. Her aim is to find a job.
Now I've come off benefits, I've had a rethink, and I've had like quotes and stuff like that. I've got a few debts that I didn't think I had that's popped up, but I'm going to sort it myself, yeah. I'm in charge of my own finances now.
Debt is so problematic for families who are reliant on benefits. Because you're on a low income, your income and what's going out is just not balancing. The debt just gets worse. Sometimes people would like the challenge of being able to, actually work this stuff out on their own. So I think this is a really big opportunity for some of our families to maybe clear the debts and have a fresh start.
I've always had to manage my money anyway, haven't I? But obviously on the drip or whatever you call it, but no, I reckon I'll be sound.
Yeah.
Just write loads of stuff down.
Everything down, get paid off what you can pay off.
Big responsibility, like, but I'm not scared, because I know I can do it.
I'd be terrified.
Would you?
Yeah.
No.
Time to get serious now. No more going out, spending stupid amounts of money on meals and stuff. You need to write a list of your ingoings, outgoings each week and make sure you secure what you've got to secure.
No, I know.
Kids' dinners and stuff like that.
I know everything.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Like a car bonnet.
Like a car bonnet.
Yeah, you're all right. He's not in at the minute, but I'll take them off you. I've got the money here for you.
Fine, yeah, no problem.
Scott and Leanne have made another big purchase for their party business. It's another £950 out of the bank.
Yeah, this is the big slide, yeah.
Grab this one. Ow! Ooh. In there somewhere.
There you go,
Hold on, I'll open.
With Scott out, Leanne and son Robert have been left in charge.
Yeah, we'll make it. Yay! I'm sure I said I was only doing the admin work. Oh God, trust your dad to leave me in to do this. Stop it. I haven't got a clue where they're going to go. It's massive. See, this one would be great for school events and stuff because it's so big. We could go to schools and ask for like bounce off days, like a sponsored bounce, and earn the school some money as well as get us some money throughout the winter as well. So now that they're here, we can potentially now start bringing in money.
The two inflatable slides bring today's spending to over £1,400.
Well, we need the bounce castle up now. The kids are all waiting.
No, you got no chance.
You made it. We've just started getting them through the door.
Yeah, so I'm not taking them back out to try and bloody go through it all again.
Well, no, you need to put it up, to put it down properly, to put it away. I'll do it. You could never do nothing anyway.
Leanne's outside putting the castle up, but nah, I'm not giving her hands. She wants to put it up. I'll end up having to put it down on my own and all will. She'll say to me, oh no, you do it. And I'll be out there on my own. It'd be fun for the kids to play on for 10 minutes. Might have a go myself.
Oh, that's so big!
It's nearly bigger than the house.
Shoes off, now.
Oh, Scott, they're only boots. Shut up. You ready? It's exciting seeing the kids and how much they're enjoying it. Even Scott's saying how much money he's going to be making on that one alone. It's all coming real. It's brilliant.
At the end of week 1 of the experiment, Scott and Leanne have made a start on their business and spent nearly £3,000. Single mum Rachel has sorted out her bills and treated friends, spending £530. And a week of treats and first steps towards their new second-hand shop has left Tony and Diane £1,000 lighter.
I'm absolutely desperate for these families to show to us that they can do something positive with this money, that they can actually take control of their own situation and their own lives and do something positive with it.
I want to prove the media and all the stereotype and all the things that we're just scoundrels and things like that. I want to prove them wrong. I'm going to go out there and do that.
Next time,
more bills.
The reality of life off benefits kicks in.
£960 a year. What for? You don't fucking do anything.
Tony and Diane start to panic.
Everybody gets down days, everybody gets depressed.
It's like, going to explode. 60, 80, 400.
And Scott's spending...
New office, new bounty castles, wedding arches.
...goes into overdrive.
So there's 330, can you take the rest off my cards? Should be 3,000 there. So.
I'm worrying about, are we going to have enough money to survive on?
There's only about £9 left in the bank now.